People from all walks of life have migrated to these shores and call it home. Some left their homeland for ours to earn a better education, better opportunities, to contribute to the workforce, and even to experience a different culture. According to the Ministry of Labour, over 100,000 CARICOM immigrants make up the workforce in Barbados. At the 40th sitting of the Honourable the Senate, Barbados Workers' Union General Secretary Tony Moore stated that Barbadians must be given priority when jobs are available in the country. Moore said that she was concerned about businesses advertising for work permits to allow non-nationals to come into the island to do jobs that can be done by Barbadians.
But our labor market must also have standards that allow our people the right of first refusal when opportunities present themselves. And I say this very conscious that this could evolve into a debate on whether or not the statement is a xenophobic statement or not. And without fear of that, because I recognize exactly where it is going, if we have a community that just opens up its borders and allow people to be in and out without giving consideration to the realities that confront us. If we take Barbados today is one in which the economy is challenged, in which there's a higher rate of unemployment that should make any of us comfortable. If we don't understand that we must create an environment that provides for our citizens, the average man and the woman in the street, an opportunity to know that where opportunities present themselves, they have a right to first refusal, we may find that all of the debates we've heard earlier about being xenophobic and so on may become more apparent than they should be.
Comments like these could carry a xenophobic context, so it leaves one to wonder, what is life like for an immigrant in this country? Does xenophobia really exist? Darlene Field emigrated from Jamaica to Barbados to pursue a higher education, and she describes her experience becoming part of Barbadian society.
If I'm in a bar, I find that, and I guess I'm comparing it to Jamaica again, I find that people kind of stick to themselves more, as opposed to if I do go to a bar and I sit down and I go to somebody and I talk to them, it's going to be a very short conversation, as opposed to in Jamaica, we will probably have a longer conversation and maybe make friends later on if that is the case.
Supporting the Caribbean Community Movement of Skilled Nationals Amendment Bill 2020, Senator Rudolph Greenidge urged the government to listen to the concerns being expressed by Barbadians about its policy regarding the CARICOM free movement of skilled people.
We cannot keep striving to be the nicest country in the Caribbean to our detriment, sir. And people are saying it, and yes, we have to pay some attention to it as well. The other thing I've heard them say, sir, is that when we bring these Caribbean people into Barbados, that we have to make sure that the need is there for those people. We have to make sure that when people apply, there's need for what they are applying for. Some people may want to come to Barbados only because others are coming. And they're coming here, but they do not know where they are going or what they are coming to do. And sir, what would happen in a case like that is that they would end up almost like dead weight, waiting for something to do, which is something that we cannot entertain at all. And we are not to give them the belief that we are guaranteeing them, if they come here, work. And listen to the people and listen to them. And these are some of the points I've heard people make. I remember Haitians came here, and the Haitians said, we understand that we could come here and work. That has nothing to do with commission. So where the particular topic is concerned, Mr. President, all Barbadians will not see eye to eye on it. I know that some people are what Senator Franklin referred to as xenophobic. Some people are myopic. They can, but we have to listen to them.
Josue Nelson is Cuban-born, but moved to Barbados as a child and recalls his life and experiences as an immigrant.
Cuba is a very communist place. It's very social driven. It's a big sense of community because we don't have much. We're very much on the poverty line. So you make by just helping each other. There's this big sense of camaraderie. Like what you don't have, your neighbors will help you get. So everyone is very close. There's a saying that it takes a village to raise a child, but pretty much like my entire community raised me. In every corner that you go, everyone knew my name, everyone knew my story, and everyone helped me out if they saw that I needed something. So here it's a bit more reserved, it's a bit more private. It's not as open as it is, but there is more opportunity, so I guess that is the price of capitalism. You get to enjoy wealth on your own, but not always as a community. Like when I was younger, it was very hard to have friends because when I first went to school, my knowledge of English is very limited. So it was hard to communicate with people. I always got into a lot of fights because of that. And for a lot of people, I was like the Spanish boy. So every now and then you would get these comments of like, just go back to Cuba. Or I will slap you back to Cuba, or the typical, you're not a Bajan. So very often I felt like I didn't belong, and because of that, I kind of tried too hard to make friends. When you try too hard to make friends, you don't make friends. But I think as I got older and I became more in tune with my identity as an immigrant, and I began to embrace it and not shy away from it, or try to be something that I'm not, I think people became more attracted to that genuine side.
In this edition of College Insider, one may ask oneself, what is my responsibility to migrants? Is the treatment fair and humane? As director of the International Organization for Migration, William Swing, once said, we cannot and should not stop people from migration. We have to give them a better life at home. Migration is a process, not a problem.